there. No, the task scouts.
The scouts are there, but when they go out there,
the range is limited.
Yeah, we even have drones. That you're talking about the residential income as well. The KRA are using drones to make surveillance on people now who are owning these properties as well.
Let me shock you.
The body cams.
These non-resident, taxes. There is no increment in amount. What is being moved is who bears the duty to make the payment.
Okay.
Currently, it is the tenant. We are taking it from the tenant, who would be the ordinary Kenyan, to the owner of the resident, the non-resident owner. Now, that is the only change. If there is a problem with that, it is subject to change. But let me make one fundamental point, coming from what Senator Mungatana is saying. Across the world, the finance bill is a very technical law. So even in the debate you were having yesterday, you tell a person, now go to the specifics. It's a very difficult to understand, kind of law. And the finance bill in our current tradition comes after budget. You are here with a person who is a great mind in the budget committee. He'll tell you when they move across the country. By the way, people demand services.
Completely.
So much that if they were to give everything, I think the budget would be over 10 trillion. Makali will tell you. So they have to, be very firm, even to have, left it at that 4.82 trillion. Now, once budget is done, and people will happily tell you, we must get this road. We need our village electrified. We need, this and that. And now the finance bill is to be dealt with. Unfortunately, unlike the good times of Mungatana, now finance bill is in another committee altogether. The budget is already passed. The ministers highlighted it. Now give us how to raise revenue.
Yes.
And makes me therefore now want to thank Kenyans. We had a situation with the finance bill in 2024.
Yes.
Which nearly collapsed our nation. I was shocked by the level of interest and knowledge Kenyans currently have around the finance bill. We've had recess, Honorable Makali will tell you. But for 6 weeks, up to last Friday, we were still listening to people and the government agencies, including the PS, National Treasury, and Kenya Revenue Authority. We had a whole day with them the day after the highlights, just to tell them we moved across the country, and people are of this thinking. How do we implement what people want without jolting revenue collection? And I can tell you, it was a difficult discussion, and we've agreed to rationalize, so many of these issues. If you look at it that way, then I want to tell you that this thing that people are talking about, Mungatana, data protection, privacy, let me tell you, as a lawyer, Mungatana will easily tell you that only 2 rights in the Bill of Rights are incapable of limitation. Not even the right to life is capable of limitation. That's why you can be, adjudged and upon conviction and be ordered to be executed, to hang, to death. It's a penalty. It's right to fair hearing, freedom from slavery, torture, and servitude. Full stop. The right to privacy can be limited under Article 24 of the Constitution. And let me tell you, Makali will tell you, he's a better expert on these issues. Nobody wants to pay tax.
True.
So if you don't allow some level, some extent of intrusion, you will not collect money from anybody. Because people are free to avoid tax payment. What is, criminal is evasion.
So
but avoidance.
So we blatantly violate another,
No.
Another article of the law.
You must allow Kenya Revenue Authority to access some information a taxpayer would not ordinarily give. And that is why you allow them sometimes to get what is the third-party information. Kaluma can be appearing as a very frugal person when you look at his statements. But the lifestyle he's living is inconsistent with that. Correct. So this third-party information is not.
But where is it?
Is not going to your phone and looking, for instance, the messages you have with your wife or your friends. No, it is that financial information that will enable your due tax to be measured, and the person to worry about it is the person who is seeking to avoid payment. Do I tell you where it will apply most? Currently, Honorable Makali, the amount of money we are getting from, property taxes, and all these properties in Nairobi alone, what you can collect from them is barely 8 billion. KRA on real actual assessment tells us that if, we went into property and property owners just agreed to pay due taxes from, these properties they have, rented out, we'll be talking of over 70 billion. Wow. And, if that were paid, this burden on other Kenyans, the few who are paying. Let me give you another example. We have millions of companies registered, but only 12 of those companies are currently paying 55% of the taxes coming from the companies. We may talk about zero rating, which Honorable Makali is telling you about here. But remember, Mungatana was telling you how just reducing the VAT to 8% cost Kenya as a government and as a people revenue. Do you know, when you zero rate, what is the consequence? It means you are seeking tax refund at 16% from the government.
Correct.
What has happened as a consequence? The tax expenditure, like last fiscal year, was over 510 billion. This is money already collected from struggling Kenyans being given to an individual because the category of business is engaged in is zero rated. Do I give you an example of what we've zero rated and what is not even being touched now? And I'm saying they should be touched. But the government still agrees.
Right. Before you go to the zero rating, I just wanted Makali to clarify on the issue of the infringement, right? Where the